What's going on, guys? I hope you are well and warm, kicking it fly today, baby, because we've got another great one for you. We're talking must-have genetics of 2025. Now, I spoke with some of my favorite breeders and I simply asked them, do you have a project that you're working on for 2025 that you're excited about? There was a caveat. I was like, it doesn't have to be top secret or something like completely behind doors that you don't want anyone to know about. But if you've got a project that you're working on for 2025, I want to hear about it. I reached out to Mephisto. I reached out to THC Titan. I reached out to Welcome to the Grow Tent. I reached out to Mr. Grow It. I reached out to Terpyz Mutant Genetics, and they all had something to refer back to me. Reached out to a couple more. Shout out to my boy Swank. Man, we've got a banger list for you for the must-have genetics of 2025. But first, a message from these sponsors. We are checking out the brand new Spider Farmer SE7000. This is a brand new release, repping the exact same highly trusted LM301H Evo diodes from Samsung. This new design features a foldable frame which allows it to come out of the box as is with no assembly required. It'll fit in your tent with as easy as an unfold and a hang. If you want to check out this light or anything from Spider Farmer, use promo code PIGEONS420 when visiting their website, spider-farmer.com, and save yourself a few dollars off at checkout. Peace! And a huge shout out to AC Infinity for sponsoring today's video. If you're looking for some high-tech quality equipment for your tent, check out acinfinity.com. Whether it's their clip-on fans, the Gen 2s, their air circulation systems, or their lights, check them out at acinfinity.com. Use promo code PIGEONS420. You're going to save a few dollars off at checkout. You're going to help support the show, and you're going to get yourself some quality equipment. Also, a huge shout out to Seedsman. If you're looking for some quality genetics from a quality place, check out Seedsman. Use promo code PIGEONS420. They're working with some of the best breeders in the game to hook you up with quality genetics. Check them out. Use promo code PIGEONS420 and thank them both for sponsoring today's video. First, I reached out to Jimbo from Mephisto, and I said this: hey partner, absolutely love what you do and the community you've created. I'm working on a video, Top Genetics for 2025, and I'm curious if you have a project you're working on that you'd be willing to share. Nothing secret, just a sweet project you're excited about and willing to share. Let me know what you think. Without skipping a beat, Jimbo responded back and said, bro, thank you. Likewise, I'm a huge fan of what you are doing. We've got some really awesome projects coming down the pipeline in 2025. I'm most excited about the 505 Headbanger. This is Headbanger by Karma Genetics, crossed with Fuge State, as well as Mango Runts, which is Creme de la Creme, crossed with Mango Smile, crossed with White Runts. We've got these cooking with our tester team right now, and I am currently growing both to be entered into the 2025 American Autoflower Cup. I said, dude, what an incredible lineup. My boy Rob from CLTV loves his Headbanger, and I am absolutely certain that this is going to be something that he is excited about. Thank you, Jimbo, and shout out Mephisto Genetics. Make sure you go and check them out. You might be asking, Pigeons, autoflowers? Dude, Mephisto and his team are doing incredible things with autoflowers, and I think you'd be missing out if you don't go and check them out. Mountain grown, baby. Next, I reached out to the man himself, Mr. GT. Welcome to the Grow Tent. This is the man that brought us the Cherry Atomic Sledgehammer. This is the one that brought us the Candy Mountain OG. And boy, did he not disappoint with his answer. I said, I'm working on this video. What do you got coming for 2025? And he said, my Cherry Atomic Sledgehammer Generation 2 is coming out early next year. And I said, let's go. What kind of summary do you have of the Cherry Atomic Sledgehammer? And of course, he did not disappoint. He gave me the entire lineage. And boy,
as you look at this now, take a look at the effort and work that this man put in to bring us the Cherry Atomic Sledgehammer. He responded back and said the Cherry Atomic Sledgehammer was the gassiest strain he has ever made. He sent some to Mr. Grow It, asked him what he thought about it. Mr. Grow It was a huge fan. Also, the plant grew huge in flower. They all tripled in size during the stretch. There was so much hype around it, and he sold out in a month. So, very excited to see one of the gassiest genetics that Welcome to the Grow Tent has ever seen coming back as a Gen 2 in early next year. Shout out GT. Thanks for helping me out, man. Next, I also reached out to Swank Genetics because, gosh, this list would not be complete without my boy, Chris from Swank, because as a matter of fact, we've actually got a project in the works ourselves with myself and from the Stash Boys, Chris and Rob, and I am stoked about it. So I asked him the same thing. I said, what are you working on for a project in 2025? And for him, as he was traveling around Japan, it took him a half a second, bless your soul, brother, but he also responded, and he said this: we are super stoked on this lychee candy pheno we have coming, as well as the papaya cooler pheno we have. I asked him for a little breakdown of his lychee and his crosses, and boy, did he not disappoint. I got pages of information, and he responded. All the lychee candy phenos are nuts. Very sweet. Those we crossed against a GMO crossed papaya male we selected, so very excited to see how that male plays into the lineage of the lychee candy. The male we used had sweeter notes on the stem rub, so hoping to keep the sweetness in the offspring. Swank's also super excited about the frosted lemonade crosses he used using Fire Genetics frosted lemonade that he hunted last year. Found several phenos with insane profiles and back crossed them to a male frosted lemonade that we loved, as well as bred them against the GMO crossed papaya male we have in 2 separate breeding projects. We also crossed against our fan favorite Stunts from Ani Seed Co. that we hunted about 4 years ago with our GMO crossed papaya male, as well as the frosted lemonade male in those same 2 breeding projects we did with the frosted lemonade. Very excited to see what comes from that. We are anticipating a lot of big colas as the Stunts grows chunky, and so does the GMO cross with papaya females that we kept when we popped those packs to select males and females. Stunts is another shorter plant, but with nice big colas and tight node structure and overwhelming strong candied nose. Those would be 3 of the almost 150 breeding projects that Swank has going on right now. Huge shout out to Swank for giving me that very well detailed description of his passion and mission for 2025. And dude, I can tell you, I will definitely be growing those and trying to spread them to the moon and back because man, Swank and his genetics are fire. I also reached out to Mr. Grow It because that's my boy, and anything that he's working on, I'm helping him work on too. I asked him, what are you working on for 2025? And he said, well, Chill Out OG F4 is in testing phase right now and should be released early 2025. I asked him, what is your intention for dropping the F4 and what are you most excited about from the community? He said, while the F3 generation mostly stays squat, the F4 generation should have a little more stretch to it. For taste and smell, you still get the pine, citrus, and earthy flavors, but the phenos I picked to make the F4 had a bit of a fruity sweet. So I'm hoping to see that a lot in the F4 generation. The effects pretty well remain the same. I'm excited to see what genetics come out within the community in 2025. I'm hoping for less breeding for bag appeal, since a lot of genetics look pretty but lack the flavor and effects. I hope people focus less on looks and more on taste, smell, and effects. And I can tell you, as somebody who has grown out the Chill Out OGs, I absolutely love the earthy. I got more of a gassy flavor from mine, and I think the community is absolutely going to love the ability to just hone in on those effects and flavors. Mr. Grow It, thank you for sharing your project for 2025. I cannot wait to see what you and your community do with your F4s next year. Thanks, brother. Also reached out to Terpyz Mutant Genetics. And the reason I wanted to include Terpyz Mutant Genetics on this list is I'm a huge fan of what they got growing on over there with their mission, because they're exploiting the mutations of this plant, some of its best characteristics, and utilizing them in their crosses. And boy, do they look amazing. Some of their crosses are mutants, others aren't. But I asked them, what are you working on for 2025? And they responded, our Raptor line for sure. And Mente de Croco feminized lineup with probably around 8 to 12 fern type hybrid lines, all feminized and very loud. And then they shared with me the Raptor. The Raptor line is the Mente de Croco Backcross 1 F2. They also mentioned that they have a collaborative release with Bin Chicken Picks, an Australian breeder, with large leafed, greatly improved ABC lines, but there we do not have good marketing content yet. Well, hopefully we can help them out with that. But Terpyz Mutant Genetics coming out with some quality mutant type genetics that I think just stand out amongst the crowd, and I've had the opportunity to grow some of theirs and I absolutely loved it. I grew some cheddar mints on behalf of them, and it was a great grow and an even better smoke. Shout out to Terpyz Mutant Genetics for giving me their list. I am excited to see what they come up with in 2025. Last but not least, I reached out to THC Titan and said, would love to hear about a project that you've got growing on for 2025. And they said, of course, we're the most excited for the frozen bag and ocean fruit hybrids that they've been working on. And they said, if you want some, we can hook you up. And I said, do I? Of course I do. Frozen bag is bag crossed with banana buttercups. By using the frozen bag as the pollen donor, they're looking to add the vigor, the high calyx to leaf ratio, and signature BBC frost to everything it touches. Frozen bag F2 is the one I'm looking forward to the most, as it will lock in the traits I'm looking for above. Ocean fruit is a brisker OG crossed with purple punch. By using the ocean fruit as the pollen donor, I'm looking to add incredible stacking, potency, and the mouth-watering fruity gas terps that make ocean fruit one of their favorites. Absolutely crazy. I said, you're a gem, thanks a million. He said, you're welcome. I realized I didn't have an ocean fruit cross that I'm looking forward to. I would say it would be the Brisker OG crossed with ocean fruit or Tahoe OG crossed with ocean fruit. Say loves the OGs. And I said, who doesn't love their OGs? I am super stoked to see these crosses in action. I've seen the Brisker OG cross in action in the Chill Out OG by Mr. Grow It. And let me tell you, I would love to get my hands on some Brisker because it seems like a very solid foundational strain to start any breeding project. Dude, those are the top breeders in my space. That's some of the top breeders. Of course, there's so many more that are working on special projects for 2025. I want to thank them for sharing the insides of what they've got growing on. You can tell by all of their responses, they are all so passionate about what they got growing on that they couldn't wait to share. So I wanted to make this video to not only help spread the word of genetics, but to always give them a shine of light as well so that they can help spread their mission to as many people as possible. Thank you guys for watching. What are your most hyped genetics for 2025? Who did I miss? Put them in the comment section below because I want to hear from you, because I know there's a ton more, and I'll do another list because there was stuff that I didn't even include on this list today. So let me know, who are your top breeders and who are you the most excited about and their projects for 2025? Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate you. Have an incredible holiday season and a great and many blessed 2025. Take care, friends. Peace. In the arms of the angel, fly away from here, from this dark, cold hotel room, and the endlessness that you fear.
Hi, I'm Pigeons 420. Will you be an angel for an abused plant? Every day, innocent plants are abused, beaten, and neglected, and they're calling for your help. Please visit stashblend.com today and join the nation in helping abused plants get an 8-ounce bag of Stash Blend. That's just $27.70 or 96 cents per day. You'll be helping rescue plants from their abusers and provide nutrition, beneficial bacteria, mycorrhizae, and love. You'll help rescue plants from their abusers. Call or join now, and you'll receive a welcome kit of a photo of a dude impacted by your decision. Order now and change a life.